So we're talking a little bit of season awards here. Was looking at the DraftKings Sportsbook earlier today, and the crazy thing is that according to DraftKings, we've got four of the five major trophies essentially wrapped up in their opinion. When you start getting guys who are getting minus odds at this point in the year, that's pretty telling. Jack Adams, they're saying Spencer Carberry, clear cut favorite. I think that's uh, making a couple guys on here pretty happy.
It
Uh,
should, but we all know that the NHL absolutely hates giving awards to the Washington Capitals, their staff, and their players unless it's like Ovi and it's just something you can't dispute. So we'll see how that goes.
Second closest to him would be John Hines, but Carberry clear cut the favorite. Moving on to the Calder, they've got Mitchkov at minus 200 right now to win the Calder. I know he's been on a heater as of late, so makes sense. Vesna, Hellebuck, clear cut favorite. Norris, it's not even close. Kel McCarr, huge favorite. But the Hart Trophy, that's the one I want to talk about. The one trophy left where we don't have a minus number in front of someone's name. And I want to get your guys' thoughts on this. So the favorite at this moment in time, December 16th, they've got Kaprizov at plus 125. They've got McDavid at plus 300, Kucherov at plus 700, and then Nathan McKinnon at plus 700. Your thoughts, reactions?
I think I do think Kaprizov's a good pick. McDavid's never a bad pick. However, I think Kucherov is your value pick. I mean, we all know what kind of season this guy can have. We all know the type of start he got off to. I think he missed about a week or two with some injury issues, but he's back. He also came back and had like 5 assists in like his second game back or something. So whatever injury it was doesn't seem to be bothering him too badly now. Um, Plus, that's a great team. A lot of support on that team. A lot of star power for him to get more assists, for him to get more passes to, for him to score. He's going to be on the power play. I just think that he has the potential to be the most consistent throughout the rest of the year. I could see Kaprizov, going into a little bit of a slump at some point. No disrespect to him. He's having an unbelievable year, of course. And McDavid, you always worry about injury stuff. He's had some injuries before. He was out for a little bit this year. I think that's really the only like question mark that should be next to him. We all know that, he can go on a tear even if he does miss 2-3 weeks or whatever. But just for the value pick, I think Cooch would be the most enticing on that list for me.
I would agree. The thing I love about this list is that I think all four of the players you just named are actually the most valuable player on their team. And that's what this award is all about. It's not just who's scoring the most points or is, putting the most goals in the net or anything. So I love that it's actually aligned with what the award is supposed to be. Totally agree with everything you said about Kucherov. That's where your money's at. I think given, the team that he's got and how good he is and how good, like you said, he started off this year, I think he could easily move into the front runner role for this trophy once we get to like the end of February, beginning of March.
I think he had like 6 points against Calgary over the weekend or something nuts like that.
Yep.
And
Um,
I think Mac makes a good point about Kaprizov maybe falling off at some point. I think that's probably also down to just the fact that Minnesota might tail off at some point. But
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking.
you're looking at like, McKinnon with the Avs, they've had problems all year. You never know with the Oilers. It's either going to be really good or really bad. And then you look at a team like Tampa, who's just been so good for so long, and that's where the stability is.
why have neither of you mentioned Mac Daddy's name? Why is this? Why the disrespect? Same odds as Cooch, but nobody's saying anything.
I think just because of what Nick just said there, I think that team has been weird this year, so I just tend to steer a little bit further away from it. By the same token, though, I mean you could argue that he's even more valuable to that team. I mean
Right.
that team is a dumpster fire this season without him.
Yeah.
Um, but that being said, I also feel like the award never never truly gets awarded to somebody like that. Like if if the Avs like miss the playoffs or something and McKinnon still has a crazy year, he's not winning it. Like they just
Yeah.
don't do
Yeah.
that.
So let's say the Avalanche make the playoffs, and we're going to assume Tampa and Edmonton and Minnesota do too, right? Theoretically, all the teams make the playoffs, but McKinnon ends up winning the scoring race. He's currently first. He's the first player to hit the 50-point mark. Do you think McKinnon would win it?
Yes, it's a points league. It's a scoring league. I think they love to like bundle these awards, or especially the Hart. They love to bundle in with the Art Ross or the Rocket Richard. So I could very easily see it going to him if he's at the forefront of the scoring race.
Mac.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. They love stacking hardware. That being said, I think it still depends by like how much. Like if he's up by a couple points or something, I think it could be anyone's. But yeah, if he blows people out of the water or something, then like yeah, obviously. But I don't know. It's just a gut feeling. Sometimes I don't have an explanation. That's how it be with gambling sometimes. And I think Kucherov's the best pick.
I'm a little biased. If you've been listening to the show for a while, I accidentally, stupidly placed a wager the day before the awards show in June on Nathan McKinnon to win MVP. The problem is, I thought I was placing it on him to win it the next day, and I saw these crazy odds, and I was like, "Oh my God, I'm going to be rich!" And turns out I placed it on him to win it this season as a back-to-back winner.
What were
So.
the odds again?
Yeah, that had
I
to be pretty good, right?
I gotta look at my account here. I'll look at what's what's open.
That would be the
I've
most unreal future hit of all time.
It would be pretty
I got
funny.
Nathan McKinnon. I placed this wager on June 25th, 2024 at
By
11:12 in the
accident.
morning. Whoops. I got Nathan McKinnon to win this year's Hart Trophy at plus 850.
Okay. All right.
Yeah,
It's
850.
crazy that that's only 150 more than what it's at
What
right
it's right
now.
at now.
right. I thought we were at least going to get up into over 1,000 or
Yeah,
something.
I thought it'd be four
I
digits.
I thought we'd get there just because it was like a year out, but he was the favorite to go back to back at the time I placed it.
Now, if you had accidentally bet Kaprizov on the same day last year, I
Would have
bet you
been
Ooh,
that
nuts.
that
yeah,
would have been like freaking 2,500 minimum.
Yeah.
easily.
Yeah. That would have been a juicy one. Um, yeah, I think Kaprizov's probably, in my opinion, he is the actual most valuable player. You look at some of these other guys and the teammates they have. Kaprizov's the one dude where it's like
He's
he's
carrying the
he's
Yeah.
Wild.
carrying.
If he
Yeah,
Absolutely.
wins the scoring race, he's probably getting the heart
Yeah.
too.
I
Yeah.
agree with
Like
that.
the goal scoring race.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Rocket and Hart.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100%.
I could see that.